Bra friction now. Whooshu. This are the bra friction now. Come make we bra friction yo. The vibes right, everything nice. Make the bra friction flow. Yeah, the bra friction nice. Night after night after night. I shan't bring the bra into life. I shan't crew, I carry the vibes.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Anyway, please, before I even say anything, if my face looks too white, I've forgotten how to do makeup. We've been in lockdown for like 27 years. And yeah, just please don't judge me. Anyway, before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please, very much more importantly, hit that notification bell. Anyway, as you guys have seen in the title, today I'm going to be telling you about my surgery experience with designer bodies. The reason why I'm only just doing it now, I did my surgery back in 2019, May the 28th to be precise, May the 28th, 2019. But the reason why I'm only just doing this video now is because, one, I never had a YouTube page or channel, whatever, and two, I'm planning to go back again and like get these melons done, reduced. So I thought I'd like to bring you guys with me on that. So I want to tell you about my first experience so you can actually journey with me on the second experience. Anyway, let me get right into it. So guys, yeah, so like I said, so I'm coming from UK, so I'll start from the very beginning. I'll try and make this short and sweet so it's not boring. So I'm obviously living in the UK, so I had to travel from UK. I stopped in New York. When I stopped in New York, when I was booking the flight, my layover was supposed to be like, I think it was supposed to be like an hour and a half. Tip, if you're doing a connecting flight and the layover is 1 hour or less, I would advise that you try and get something a bit more than that. But honestly, you're slipping on very thin ice because anything can happen. Your flight can be delayed, which is what happened to me. My flight was delayed. I had to stay in New York for 1 whole day. The airline messed that up, so obviously they had to they didn't reimburse me, but obviously they put me up in a hotel and gave me a food voucher for breakfast and dinner. Anyway, the next day I left, got to Dominican Republic in the next afternoon. I was in the airport when we came off the flight. I was in the airport for time, and then anyway, when I got through, finally went through, got my bags and everything, as I came out, there was my driver was waiting for me. My driver that obviously Designer Body had organized, one of their drivers, he was there waiting for me with my name, Shanice Gale. So yeah, anyway, so I went with him. Now he was a really nice guy. He was so friendly, his English was on point. Yeah, he was proper. So went to the house. Now I got to the house. It was nice, it was neat. At the time it was like apartments, but it was still really nice. You know, I got familiarized myself with everyone, said hi and whatnot. Yeah, so anyway, the same day, like in the evening, they told me not to eat anything because I'll be going to the lab to like get my checks done, because with them they like to just get things over and done with. They do your tests and your checkups like the same day if they can, if you get there early enough to be able to do so in the evening. So I went there, spent quite a while waiting for the doctor to come and see me. Eventually I saw someone, and yeah, I saw someone, my doctor eventually, no, I didn't see my doctor. I think I saw one of the assistants. They took my blood and whatever. I was there for hours. They took my blood. They couldn't find my blood, so as you guys can imagine, that took such a long time for them to find my blood. Anyway, eventually when they did, I found out that I was anemic, so my iron level was really low. Bear in mind, guys, when you're going to do any type of surgery, please make sure that you take your iron supplements, your iron tablets. I prefer to use fluoroglobin, if I'm saying it right, fluoroglobin, because I've realized, I did my research, and I think that is it has the most iron in it, so it's good, and it obviously gets into your bloodstream because it's liquid. And I also took the green iron tablets as well. However, guys, I was wrong because I didn't take it in time. I only took mine like a month before. Like, I was just being silly. A month before, so my iron level was really, really low. And at the time, obviously, I wanted to do my surgery, so I was overworking myself, working extra shifts here, then everywhere. So, like, my body was kind of run down. So what they had to do, the following day, the nurses at the house, they had to I had to have an iron infusion, which is basically like a drain, obviously the iron, they inject the needle here in your veins, and obviously the iron is going through your bloodstream. It was horrible, but I was not going back home without my body did. I was not going back home without my body done. So I was determined I was going to do whatever it took. Anyway, I had to wait a few days before I could get my surgery done. So I think I got there the Thursday. The Friday, they did the iron infusion. So I had to wait, obviously, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I was supposed to go and get my surgery did. I went there. They said, not today, definitely tomorrow. So we come to Tuesday now. So I'm there in the house and I'm seeing all the other girls. Like, throughout the days, I'm seeing the other girls there in pain. And I know this is going to sound so dumb, but I couldn't wait to get done. That I was like, guys, I want to feel the pain too. I want to be in the pain, everything. I wasn't having it. I was just like, I just want to get this over and done with. I'm wasting days by just sitting here not doing nothing, not getting nothing done. Anyhow, yeah, I was just staying in the house, helping out, like not really doing too much, but you know, if anybody needed a little anything, I was in no pain. I was fine, fully normal. Oh, let me not forget to mention, because this to me was really, really nice. So with Designer Bodies, what they do is they try to organize trips like to the beach and stuff, you know, just to get us out the house and whatnot. So we ended up going to a beach. It was really, really nice there. Mind you, all the others were in pain, and they were kind of like, as we got there, they almost sort of like was enjoying it. Some wanted to go home, but obviously I didn't know what the pain felt like, so I could just only imagine. But I was fine, so I enjoyed myself and whatever. We had food, and then because of the others were in so much pain, we ended up going back home. Anyway, fast forward now to the actual surgery day, which is the Tuesday. So because I was so fed up of waiting for so many days, my doctor, which I'm not going to say on camera, but if you guys do want to know, feel free to message me and ask me or whatever now. I'll be happy to share. Anyhow, yeah, I was so over it. So I said to my doctor, I said, please, doctor, please, can you make sure that I'm the first patient, like, when it comes to the day? Like, I need to just get over and done with. So he said yes. He promised me that I'll be the first patient. So anyway, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Dominican Republic before, but guys, the traffic is crazy. When I tell you the traffic is crazy, it's not a normal crazy. It's traffic I've never experienced in my life. It's mad. And like their cars are, bless them, like it kind of reminds me of Jamaica in a way. Like, I don't know, it just gives me a little Jamaica vibe. And like, you see with their bikes, there's all like 5 people on the bike. Anyway, long story short now, had to get up super early in the morning. My driver came for me probably about 4 or 5 o'clock, just to ensure that we get to the hospital early, so I could do my final checks and whatever. Anyway, I'm there now, and I'm in the hospital, and you know, they're drawing me out with the black marker. By the way, guys, my procedure that I wanted to do originally was a mummy makeover. I'm not a mummy yet, but I wanted my breast done. I wanted to get a breast reduction and uplift, because as you can see, my breasts are big, and they may look okay now because they're in the bra, but trust me, when this bra comes off, my breasts are sweeping the floor. I'm not even kidding. They're sweeping the floor. I can skip rope with them. They're proper long. So that was my main thing that I wanted to get done. And I wanted to take out some fat. I wanted to do lipo, and you know, get a little round thing with the fat, you know. So anyway, when I ended up having my consultation, my doctor said, unfortunately, because my iron level was so low, I won't be able to have all the procedures done. So he advised that I leave my breast for now, and I do my belly and my BBL. However, he said to me that he can't do lipo because, like, whereas my belly was big, if he had just done the liposuction only, like, I would have had a lot of excess skin, fat, my belly would have been like hanging over. I really didn't want to get a tummy tuck done because obviously I haven't had children yet. I don't have children yet, even though I know you can still get pregnant after you do a tummy tuck. But I just wanted to be, you know, I just didn't want the tummy tuck. But as I was already there, and like I said, I was not going back home without my body being done. So I was like, you know what, doctor? It's crunch time. Let's get it. Let's do it. So yeah, like I said, he was there drawing me up now. I'm there getting excited. I wasn't really nervous because, to be honest, before I did all my research, it's very important that you do all your research. Very, very important. But, like, you know, first of all, let me say, everybody is different. With surgery, you know that you're taking a risk. Anything that you do is a risk, but you just have to trust and have faith and hope that everything will be okay. You know, everyone's different, and I know people hear different stories, and some people just blame it on the surgeons. Like, when some people get infections, they blame on the surgeons, but it could be the individual's aftercare. Maybe they just weren't looking after themselves as they should. Anyway, sorry, forgive me if I'm not looking in the actual camera, I'm looking at myself. Anyhow, guys, yeah, after he's drawn me out, I made one last phone call to my mum. I made a video call to my mum, and I was like, mum, this is it. I'm about to get done. So anyway, guys, I'm just remembering it now. So I said, all right, mum, pray for me. And she was like, yes, we'll pray for you. And my grandma was in England at the time, so, you know, they said that they'll pray for me, my mum and my grandma. And I know they always will pray for me anyway. And obviously, of course, I had to pray for myself. So yeah, so anyway, now they gave me the anesthetic, and I don't remember even feeling drowsy or anything. All I know is that next thing I was asleep. So before I went to sleep, before I even went to sleep, the doctor introduced me to his assistants. You know, they were helping me and everything, taking me to the room, into the wheelchair. They was pushing me in the wheelchair until I remember laying on the bed. That was it. That's the last thing I remember. Yeah, last thing I remember is laying on the bed. Anyway, so obviously I'm imagining they were starting to get to work, obviously. But here's the thing, guys. I remember waking up in the middle of my surgery. And at this point, I was literally laying flat on my stomach. I was laying on my stomach. So obviously they must have been doing my back. Like, I could imagine they were sucking out the fat. I couldn't really feel nothing, but I could feel like my body shifting, like I was being dragged. And guys, I remember waking up and trying to say, I can't breathe, but because my face is down, like, it was so difficult. And I was like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And I think one of the assistants must have heard me and seen me, because I saw him come over. The next thing, I fell asleep again. I don't know what the heck that was all about. Anyway, surgery done. Remember waking up, and I wasn't having I wasn't on the bed anymore. Well, I was on another bed. I was in a different room. And I was freezing cold, because I think they make the room cold for when you just finish your surgery. I was freezing, and I woke up, and before I did or said anything, I just remembered, like, well, not that much, but obviously because I'm in pain, I remember just feeling myself, and I was like, Lord, I'm alive. That's the first thing I thought before the pain even hit me. Then I was anxious because I was thinking, oh my God, I wonder how I look. Then I was cold, so I was like to the nurse, please, I'm cold. So she immediately pushed my bed into another room. I think they were just waiting for me to wake up. So they pushed my bed into the other room and, you know, wrapped me up in a blanket. Fell asleep again. Next thing, they woke me up, and they brought me to the room in the hospital where I'd be staying overnight. Anyway, I was in that room now, and, you know, they put me on the hospital bed. I remember them shifting me over into the bed where I'll be staying for the night, overnight. They shifted me onto that bed. And that's when, like, the pain wasn't so bad. It was like coming in and out, and they had to well, I think this was from before they moved me onto the bed. I had the painkiller. I can't remember what it's called. I'm so sorry, guys, but it was injected in me. They had it injected in me. So every time I felt pain, my nurse, bear in mind, this nurse now is from the recovery home. She was so nice. She's from the DESIGNERBODY's recovery home. She was so nice to me. She stayed with me throughout the whole night. Everything I wanted, she got it for me. Like, she was up all night. She looked like she was so tired, but God bless her. And yeah, I was vomiting. I was like, so I'd be sleeping for some part of the night, then I woke up, then I would start vomiting. And because I hadn't eaten for like over maybe say 36 hours now, I hadn't eaten nothing, because before your surgery they tell you obviously that you can't eat. So I was vomiting, but nothing was coming out. It was literally like phlegm, like froth, like just a white foam, because obviously there was nothing coming out of my system, but I was vomiting. And my nurse was like, yeah, this is good, this means that your system is working. And yeah, they put a catheter bag in up your vagina, so obviously you don't need to be getting up and going to the toilet and whatnot. But every so often I just kept waking up and feeling to vomiting out my tract, because there was nothing coming out apart from the white water and foam. Anyway, she was like, yeah, it's good. And yeah, I fell asleep every so often. Same thing again. She's putting the every time I felt pain, she's squeezing the thing, and then the pain would just wear off, and then I'll fall asleep again. But guys, the whole time I was just in my head, I was thinking, thank God I made it, thank God. Even though I wasn't really fearful in the beginning, I was thinking, do you know what, so many thousands of women in the world do this surgery, and I don't want to have a negative mind, and I don't want to sound like I'm oblivious to the fact that people can die from this. But at the end of the day, you have to have a positive mind in anything that you do, not just in surgery, but anything in life that you decide to do. You have to be positive, think positive, and that's what I just decided to do. And you know what, I had a positive outcome. And yeah, I went so the following day, went back to the recovery home. I was in pain, obviously. The pain hurt like hell. So when I returned to the house now, the girls were like, hey, she's finally here in the pain. Because remember I said I had to wait so long, and I've seen all the other girls in the pain. So they're like, yes, no, it's your turn to feel the pain. And guys, woo-wee, the pain was a lot. But you know, the girls at the DESIGNERBODY recovery house, they were so good. They obviously have a few 24-hour nurses, so anytime you call, they come running. We have chefs. We had a chef that was lovely. She used to do nice food, you know, the proper food like you're at home. Corrigan and fried chicken on a Sunday, stewed chicken, cabbage and saltfish for breakfast, like proper food. So you know, it just felt like you was home, away from home, really. And yeah, throughout the days, like, it was painful, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it was painful. Like, I had to, like, on top of the bed being alright, like, I had to stuff a lot of pillows under my back, because my back was just kind of hurting because of my own personal reasons. And yeah, so also my back was hurting me, guys. So anyway, what else? Yeah, they do your washing daily, and then obviously you get your massages. Guys, the massage is so good. You see, after you do your massages, it feels so good. So basically all your fluids are going through the drain or whatever. They're pressing it all out, and you see all the liquid coming out through the drain. And you know, while it's getting done, Jesus Christ, you feel like you can pass out. But I promise you, you see, when you get it over and done with, you feel much more better. So yeah, so that was a process every day. You wake up, you try and find something to do to fill your day. Some days, if you have your appointments, you go to your appointments. Yeah, you go to your appointments, and yeah, you go to your appointments. If you're not at your appointments, you can stay home, watch TV, chit chat with the other girls. Sometimes we try to go for walks in the yard, obviously, like just to, you know, get our blood flowing and whatnot. But I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I was in so much pain that I just decided to just sort of stay in most times. And yeah, as usual, as the days went by, the pain was there, but it started to fade. Like, obviously each day it gets better with time, you get better and better. Yeah. Anyway guys, let me just say now, if there's any questions you guys feel to ask, feel free to message me, DM me, to ask me anything, because obviously I can't tell you every single thing here on camera. But overall, it was a good experience. I like the doctors that designer bodies use, because I feel like with designer bodies, they ensure that all their doctors are safe. If they feel like the doctors are all safe, and you know, they just want to make sure that all their clients have the best result possible. And that's why I really admire them, and I choose to go back with them. And like I said, I'm going to bring you guys with me. I'm not sure, because of obviously lockdown and everything, I'm not sure when exactly that will be, but trust me guys, it will be soon, and you're going to journey along with me and see the proper full process, God's willing, because I need to get my breast reduced. And you know what, since I've been back, like it took about, is there anything I'm forgetting to include? Yeah, so also, you know, I created such a bond with most of the girls that was in the house, because some of them, they're from all over. Some are from America, some are from UK, some are from Canada, somewhere from UK, yeah, somewhere from all over, somewhere from Jamaica, somewhere, I had some people, there were some people there from Bahamas, like literally all over. So it was, you know, such a bittersweet experience. When I was leaving, I was crying, because I remember when we was driving back to the airport, my driver was playing, no, before I left, it was a Sunday when I was leaving, and I was playing Travis Green, Made a Way. And I just felt so emotional that day. I felt emotional to leave, like all the girls, to leave the country. Like I was just overwhelmed that, you know, I made it through the whole time. And I was just so happy, man. I can't explain. It was such a nice, bittersweet feeling. Anyway, fast forward, get to the airport now. In the airport, they provide wheelchair for you, so you know everything's alright. Anyway, when I came back to UK now, I had a when I came back to UK, it was I was waiting in the airport for like 2 hours. 2 hours, guys, for my mom to pick me up. I don't know what happened with this lady, but she left. She forgot what time my flight was coming in, so she left late. My flight came through at Heathrow. This lady went to Gatwick. When she was at Gatwick, she's like, "What terminal?" I was like, "Mom, Terminal 5. She's like, "Terminal 5? Where are you? There's no Terminal 5 in Gatwick." I was like, "Mom, I told you from last night. I'm at Heathrow." She's like, "Oh my God." I was in the airport crying my eyes out, because I'm in the pain and this lady's taking long. Anyway, she comes, and you know what? She made up for it, because I tell you, over the days, I had to stay at my mom's house, and she had to literally, I was like a baby again. This woman had to bathe me, because I was in so much pain. She had to bathe me. But by the way, when you do your surgery, guys, you cannot have a shower. Well, this is what they advised me in there. You cannot have a shower. You have to just basically wash. Literally, basically, you're bathing yourself, but just not under the heavy pressure of the water. So for the first few days, my mom had to literally help me, and I was so grateful to her for that, man, because trust me, at the time I never really had no one else to be able to do that for me, and I kind of felt helpless. So I was grateful. So that's one thing you guys need to bear in mind. Please always make sure you have someone on deck to help you with the aftercare. You won't be able to drive for a little while, for a few weeks, you know, it's a lot of pressure. And yeah, so I stayed indoors. I was home most days, and yeah, I was home. I stayed indoors. I was home, and after a while, probably I'd say about the 4th week within me being back. 4th. So basically, in total, like the 6th week after my surgery, I finally went back to work. And at the time, I was working in a school. I had to be carrying my little bum cushion everywhere. And the kids were like, "Miss, what's that? Can I sit on it?" And I was like, "No." But obviously, I couldn't tell them, "Oh, I got my bum done. It's for my bum." So I just had to like be literally carrying it everywhere, because that would help me. I couldn't just sit on a flat surface like that. And you know, after some time, started to see my results properly through. Immediately, I didn't see my results immediately. Obviously, I could see that my belly was gone, and yeah, my belly was gone, and basically, yeah, I didn't see my results immediately, but after, yeah, so about the 2nd month, I'm not gonna lie, because remember I said I did my surgery in May, June, July, there was a party, and I was not staying home. I'm sorry, that was going to be the biggest party of the year. I had to go, so I took off my faja. I felt a little bit bloated, but I still managed, you know. And every time I wasn't going out, I'd just wear my faja. I bought myself a little sewing machine, the little mini ones on Amazon, and I would sew my faja, like make it smaller. And yeah, I was wearing my compression balls, and you know what's that? Girl was getting slim and trim. And I was just seeing my results. I was thinking, yes, like my belly's going in. People around me some people realized, but I didn't tell nobody that I was going to do my surgery before I went, because people can be so negative, honestly. Because like 1 or 2 people I told, "Oh, why are you gonna do that? You don't have kids. Why don't you just go to the gym? Or do you know how much people die from that? I've seen this person get it." And I didn't want to hear that. So to be honest, I kept it quiet from most people. I only told like 1 or 2 people that, like, you know, 1 or 2 people, and then immediate family. But I didn't really go around announcing it, and I didn't. And yeah, you know, people started noticing my results, and you know, they were like, yeah. And I felt so much more confident, because trust me guys, my belly was big. I'm gonna put up a picture of me before and me, well, not now, but like a few months after. And yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, you see, when it was my 6th month, that's when I really proper saw my results, like on my 6th month. I'm telling you guys. Look, here's the picture of like my 6th month, when I could really see my shape really kicking in. Whew, guys, I felt like a bag of money. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I felt so much more confident wearing things that I would never normally wear. Like, honestly, trust me. And even now, like, when I look back at my old pictures, I'm like, wow, did my friends really let me go out in that? And my shape was like, but yeah. And then after I was just enjoying my shape, what happened? Stinking Corona she came out of no friggin' where, made me sit in my house, and all I could think to do was stay in, cook, eat, sleep, repeat. Cook, eat, sleep, repeat. And that's what I did, and I put on so much weight till now my shape is not, my shape looks horrible now. So, you know, I've been wearing my faja, my shape has changed. I have all these dimples. Just gained a lot of weight. So going back for my 2nd round, I'm going to do lipo and have to get my breast reduction done this time. And I have been taking my iron supplements, so that will hopefully eliminate me having to do the iron infusion again. So yeah, stay tuned guys, and trust me, my next step, you guys are going to be with me every step of the way, so you can see fully. This was just it wasn't quick, but I tried to be as thorough as I can to tell you guys the information. Like I said, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to message me, Or better yet, message Designer Bodies, because obviously they'll give you the whole information, the whole lowdown. It's their company. But yeah, so stay tuned guys for when I bring y'all with me, okay? And don't forget again, click that notification bell, like, share and subscribe, and comment down below. Okay, see y'all.
Yeah, the bra fit shine nice, night after night after night. I shan't bring the bra into life. I shan't crew.